Hello everybody and welcome dear viewers to a very special edition of the WordSmith YouTube channel. I, Carl the Wordsmith, am deeply honored and humbled to celebrate this milestone with you all. This is our 5,000 subscribers special. I know, I'm so excited. So today, at the heart of our celebration lies a cherished request from our devoted community. We embark on a journey of vocal analysis, commentary, delving into the mesmerizing performance of Dimash Kudaibergen's Story of One Sky. Your enthusiasm for this piece has really prompted me to dig deep and make something that I hope would be special in your eyes, and I also hope most of you will enjoy it. So this is a 13-minute, 40-second performance. So this is going to be a long video. Hope you don't mind. Actually, I believe this is a music video. But before we dive in, if you end up enjoying the content I have here, I invite you all to engage with our community by liking this video, sharing your thoughts in the comments below, and of course subscribing to the channel if you haven't already. Your support fuels my passion and keeps this journey alive. Furthermore, for those seeking even deeper engagement and exclusive perks, I implore you to consider joining our Patreon family. There you'll find a treasure trove of exclusive content, exciting news, and special benefits waiting just for you. The link is in the description below. So let me give you a bit of structure for this video. I will start by diving into the musical elements and then the vocal pedagogy before delving into a detailed lyrical analysis as well. Hope you enjoy it and thank you for being a part of this incredible journey. So let's dive in together. Okay, so before diving right in, there is some stuff I was told by you guys to read in the comment section. Okay. Dimash Ali, director, Kanad Aitbayev, music Dimash Kudaibergen, lyrics Lila Vinogradova, directed by Alina Veripia, script Dimash Kudaibergen. Okay, and I do believe Dimash spent a lot of his own money making this. Okay, so on September 23rd, on the solo concert of Dimash in Almaty, we saw the premiere of his song, The Story of One Sky. On September 24th, at the artist fan meeting, the audience saw the clip of this composition for the first time. Dimash Kudaibergen's 12-minute work is dedicated to the unity of people on our planet. Oh, that's nice. We are all divided into races, nations, and religions, but we are all children of one planet and live under one sky. Oh, I see. Life is the highest value. No sacred book calls for the destruction of people. We must learn to be friends. It is impossible for a few adults to cause millions of children to suffer. The future of our planet, the future of people is in our hands. Let there be peace in the world. We are children of one home, one earth, and one heaven. Rather lovely that. Okay. All right, I've heard much about this, so I've got captions on, and let's go full screen, and we're gonna dive straight into it. The Mashali Creative Center. Okay, rather dramatic. Oh, whoa. Requiem, okay. The cinematography so far is outstanding. This is... I feel like I'm watching a movie. Okay, so 3 characters so far. These are probably the main ones. Which one is Dimash? Okay, life has been saved. Good. Okay, relief that his life has been saved. You can tell by the smile. Story of One Sky. Really beautiful setting going on here. Cinematography, filmography is phenomenal here. Ooh, strings. Okay. Getting into it.
Can't believe what's happening at all.
Oh.
Eyeballs crazy, we report to fall. We are the reason we're causing all that pain. To the secret one that give us life. Billions of hearts, billions of cells and souls and dreams.
Oh, wow.
Billions of lives shouldn't ever turn to senseless horror, so disenrolled.
Okay. That's super breathy. My gosh. I mean, I've heard him go breathy. It sort of reminds me of Stranger.
Crown as far as I can see. Can't believe what's happening at all.
The way he starts with that breathy onset, but here he's got breathy onsets and offsets. So I want to talk through that. I also want to talk a little bit about his diction. But yeah, so far, really great start. Okay, so Dimash starts off with an extremely aspirate onset. So to put it simply, this means that when Dimash begins singing the song, he starts with a breathy sound. Imagine you're blowing out a candle gently. That initial breathiness you feel is similar to what Dimash does at the beginning of the song. He's also doing that at the end of the song, when he falls off the phrase. So when Dimash uses an aspirate onset, it can add a certain emotional quality to his singing. It might evoke feelings of vulnerability or delicacy. However, from a technical standpoint, starting with such breathiness might not be ideal for every singer, because it can make it harder to control the voice and sustain those notes. This reminds me a lot of Stranger, like I mentioned earlier, but even more so Ikanaide. He was so breathy there. He's just a master of breathy singing, so this is excellent.
That's why he's the MVP! That's why he's the GOAT! The GOAT!
Oh, and let's look at the lyrics so far. And look here, in my understanding, it reflects a deep contemplation on humanity's impact on the world and the consequences of our actions. So why do I think that? Let's break the lyrics down.
Can't believe what's happening at all. Eyeballs crazy, we report to fall.
These lines, to me, convey a sense of disbelief and alarm at the current state of affairs. The reference to the piper suggests a figure leading people astray or towards destruction. It's a reflection of a realization that our actions are leading us towards a negative outcome. Next thing.
We are the reason we're causing all that pain. To the secret one that give us life.
So here the lyrics to me tend to suggest that humans are responsible for causing pain and harm to the earth, referred to metaphorically as the sacred womb. So this can be interpreted as a commentary on environmental degradation and the exploitation of natural resources. So moving on, he goes on to talk about
Billions of hearts, billions of cells and souls and dreams, billions of lives shouldn't ever turn to senseless horror.
So these lines highlight the vastness and diversity of life on Earth, emphasizing that every living being, from individual cells to entire populations, possesses inherent value and should not be subjected to unnecessary suffering and violence. It speaks to the interconnectedness of all life forms and the importance of empathy and compassion. So really powerful stuff. This is a deep song, and I know he, from what I've read up on the song and what you guys have told me, he dug really deep to produce this. And when I say dug deep, I don't mean just deep into his own wallet, but deep into his own heart. And it's already beginning to show the quality of the man and where his heart is. His heart is for the people, his heart is for the earth. For me, Dimash should be regarded as a singer of the people, which is a lovely notion in and of itself. Okay, so let's keep it going.
As a ruler, my task is to keep order and protect my country. But I don't deprive you of your freedom. The world is open for me, and I want to give it to you.
There is so much going on here. Oy. Beautiful. Love that breathiness.
Only in the hearts of the strongest. You must be strong to accept freedom and bring it to the world. United, we will enter every city, every house. We will lead everyone who is ready to start a new life. Anyone who resists will not find a place next to us.
Honestly, I'm getting overwhelmed to a certain degree because I'm trying to focus on the vocal aspect and the lyrical aspect. Then there's the music, the sound effects. It's a lot. So I'm doing my best to catch everything, and I may have to watch this back twice just so I don't miss out on anything. But yeah, let's talk about what we've seen so far, and also let's talk about the lyrics. Okay, so far what I've seen is that Dimash is consistently incorporating an aspirate quality throughout the performance. So he's maintaining that breathy texture in his voice that I mentioned earlier. And again, that's a very delicate and emotional tone to his singing. There is a bit of vocal cry there. However, the diction and pronunciation of the English phrasing isn't all the way there, but that could just be because of the aspirate singing technique. And you know what? I love it when Dimash showcases that stunning tenor voice. It's sort of broke in and out there. He so skillfully utilizes this vocal range to convey the emotional depth of the song, captivating listeners like me to, just absolute joy.
Nice.
He also engages his head voice during the various sections of the performance. And when I talk about the head voice, I'm referring to the higher register of the voice where the sound resonates in the head rather than the chest. By accessing his head voice, Dimash achieves a seamless transition between different vocal registers, allowing for versatility and dynamic expression in his singing. Let's look at the lyrics.
flow with this of life, with blood of God, thy flow.
Now, those lines contrast the typical association of tears and blood with death by suggesting that instead they should be associated with life and birth. So, very clever bit of lyrical genius there. This recontextualization underscores the preciousness and vitality of life, implying that our emotions and actions should be aligned with nurturing and preserving life rather than causing destruction, like we sing in the music video.
Last chance is here. Can we balance on the edge of your regret? Our future, is it possible to say?
So here there's a sense of urgency and a call to action. The reference to the last chance and balancing on the edge of fiery grave evokes a critical moment where humanity stands at a precipice facing potentially catastrophic consequences if decisive action is not taken to address pressing issues like climate change, conflict, war, and environmental degradation, like I mentioned earlier. So
when all the crazy Bible's falling, we decide to stop the draining. We decide to follow their light. We are making final total. We are choosing love. We are choosing love.
now, these lines offer hope and agency, suggesting that despite the dire circumstances, there's still an opportunity for positive change. The crazy piper may symbolize destructive influences or behaviors that have led humanity astray. The decision to stop the trailing and follow the light represents a conscious choice to break free from destructive patterns and embrace a path of righteousness and life-affirming actions. It emphasizes the power of the individual and the collective, and I think that's something that people need to understand to bring forth a revolution of peace, value, which promotes life. So really great message so far here from Dimash. This is my own interpretation of all of this, by the way. I've got the lyrics in front of me, so I'm reading off them and just interpreting it as I see them. So really great so far. This is already quite an overwhelming performance. There's so much going on. Okay, well, let's keep it going.
Is the way to unite people.
Liar. Oh, power. Love the lyrics. Beautiful. Oh. Oh my goodness. Whoa, dude. Beautiful mix. Beautiful. Very Hitler-esque, that guy. Oh no, please. Don't shoot the child. Filmography, again, outstanding. It's such a emotional roller coaster. Ooh. Firstly, there's so many things I want to talk about. Like, I'm losing track of the things that I want to say. Okay, so Dimash consistently demonstrates remarkable vocal versatility throughout this performance. I've heard baritone, I've heard tenor. All it does is just reaffirm his ability to seamlessly navigate various vocal styles and ranges within one song. So this allows him to adapt his voice to the demands of the song, and since it's his song, he can do what he wants. And it's a wide spectrum of vocal colors and textures. It's a testament to his skill and training as a vocalist, and it highlights his ability to excel across different musical genres and vocal techniques. And you know what? He's really got this great mixed voice as well. And well, what do I mean by that? He was singing in a part of his voice where he blends elements of both his chest voice, lower range, and his head voice, which is the higher range. So this blend creates a smooth and balanced sound, allowing him to access the higher notes with clarity, power, and control. So look, he can sing in any range and doesn't mind putting on this beautiful show for us to just appreciate. Dimash's performance underscores his proficiency in singing across a broad range of pitches and registers without much hesitation. So whether he's reaching soaring high notes or delving into the deep of his lower range, Dimash approaches each vocal challenge with confidence and flair. It's why we love him so much. Moreover, his stage presence and charismatic deliverance, in this case, his acting, it's captivating to the audience. It's a captivating performance. And again, he's showing not only his vocal prowess, but his ability to engage as well as captivate. So he's demonstrating skillful execution also with riffs and runs. And there's a few riffs that are quite rapid. They're embellishments or variations. And they add flair and personality to his vocal delivery. So Dimash is adept at using riffs to show his musical creativity and agility, and the expressiveness of the performance as well. It's just adding so much beauty to it. Okay, so let's look at the lyrics.
Learn to share again. Learn to share again their love, not shares.
So to me, this line emphasizes the importance of rediscovering and embracing a sense of communal responsibility and empathy. The mention of shares likely refers to material possessions or resources, suggesting a critique of excessive consumerism and the prioritization of material wealth over human connection and compassion. By urging people to share the love, the lyrics seem to convey for a prioritizing of relationships, kindness, and emotional support over material accumulation.
To leap again, we have passed the moment of invention.
So this line suggests a sense of urgency and a need for action rather than mere imagination or contemplation. It implies that the time for dreaming or envisioning a better world has passed, and now it's essential to actively engage in the work of building that world through tangible actions and behavioral change.
What did the peace do? We have to step.
This metaphorical depiction of the world as a feast highlights the abundance and richness of resources available to humanity. However, the question posed after that challenges the current distribution of these resources and raises concerns about inequity and deprivation. It prompts reflection on whether it's necessary for some to suffer while others enjoy abundance, suggesting a call for justice and equitable access to resources. What else did he mention?
Time is up, it's time to save the earth.
So here I think it's a obvious call to action. The repetition of save underscores the critical nature of the task at hand, the emphasis on saving the earth. That reinforces the idea that environmental preservation and sustainability are paramount concerns that demand immediate attention and concerted effort from individuals, communities, and even governments. So, powerful story so far. Okay, well, already a very, very long video, but hopefully you guys are bearing with me. Leave a comment in the comment section below if you're enjoying everything thus far. Still got quite a bit to do. We're not really halfway. Oh wait, we're slightly past halfway. But I'm going to take my time with this from a vocal perspective, musical perspective, as well as a lyrical, analytical eye. Just because, he deserves that. And I think as lovers of Dimash and dears, and those who are in general lovers of music, should give this an ear. And it deserves a thorough exposition. And hopefully I'm doing that. Okay, let's keep it going. Sounds like an alarm. Whoa. Whoa. Jeez. Like, whoa. That was so much. Okay, I'm gonna let's look through that. Let's dissect vocally what he has done there. It's just vocalies. There's no words. He's just singing. But the techniques he's using, wow. Okay, so at the start of this section, Dimash, man, it's just so impressive. And he's got a rather unique vibrato, a technique where pitch fluctuates a fair amount. He alternates between using a reverse vibrato and then he straight tones. It's where the pitch oscillates in a unique pattern and then he just sings it straight. And he does that every now and then. He alternates where the pitch remains steady without vibrato as well. He's alternating the use of vibrato techniques, and that creates a diverse and a rather evocative vocal texture, reminiscent of a sort of Middle Eastern musical traditional type of vibe. So now Dimash introduces yodeling into the performance, a vocal technique characterized by rapid and repeated changes in pitch between the chest voice and the head voice over and over again. Yodeling adds a playful and energetic element to the music. It's also so impressive. It showcases his versatility and skill in mastering a wide range of vocal techniques. His adept execution of yodeling adds excitement and variation to a lot of Western ears as well. It's very captivating. It's complex. It's rhythmic. It's masterful. Then he employed what I believe is a gotril, a very Middle Eastern technique of singing. Dimash introduces that gotril, which is commonly associated with Middle Eastern singing styles. Now, that technique involves rapidly alternating between two adjacent pitches, creating a distinct trilling, or what's a better word, fluttering effect reminiscent of the bleating of a goat, hence why it's called a goat trill. So by incorporating that technique, his performance is paying a homage to the Middle Eastern techniques that he's already learned. It's a new and dynamic flavor. Reminds me of Sinful Passion. And again, showcases his versatility, his ability to incorporate different styles into one song. Outstanding. All right, well, this is... I'm already pretty floored by this and was slightly over halfway. So, yeah, let's keep this going. Such control. I don't know how this guy can do so many things. How can you have so many tools in your vocal toolkit? Well, what do you want me to say? Okay, well, let's break that down. So he continued on with the vocalese, and then he moved into Tuvan throat singing, which is a traditional vocal technique originating from the Tuva region of Siberia in Russia. In Tuvan throat singing, the singer produces multiple pitches simultaneously by manipulating the resonance of their vocal tract. This is achieved by selectively amplifying overtones or harmonics while maintaining a fundamental droning type of pitch. And it requires precise control over the muscles of the throat and larynx, allowing the singer to produce complex harmonic patterns unique to that vocal tradition. Another thing I notice is he's gone into his subharmonic bass singing, which is a vocal technique which singers produce exceptionally low pitches by generating subharmonics. Subharmonic singing involves a complex manipulation of vocal fold vibration patterns to create additional resonance below the fundamental pitch. This results in an extraordinarily deep and resonant sound, often resembling the low frequencies of a bass instrument. So subharmonic bass singing requires exceptional vocal control and coordination to produce and sustain these extremely low pitches effectively. So that's something quite impressive. And it's difficult to do healthily. So good job on Dimash. Again. Let's keep it going. There seems to be a woman giving birth. This was the woman from, well, this is the girl that's obviously grown up, right? And are we getting that right? But okay, let's keep it going. Interesting visuals. Child has died and a child is now being born. And there's screaming in response to both. Very interesting. jeez, this is something else. Soprano. Oh, isn't this the friend that he saved? Oh my gosh. So, okay, wait, no, I'm reserving comment until this whole thing is finished. But I don't like this guy. Yeah, I've gotten attached. Wow, this is... Firstly, his soprano range. Let's talk about that for a moment. Okay, so I know Dimash to be very proficient with his soprano range, and the notes that he's hitting with the control, it's just, ugh. I mean, it's gorgeous. He's in that upper range, which is usually associated with female operatic singers, but he has this ability. And they're so clear, they're so well connected. It's impressive because, again, that versatility and his range is beyond anything that we hear from 99% of singers in the world. And it's not even him showing off. This is just Dimash being Dimash. He has this ability. So, yeah, I'm running out of words because this performance is so unbelievably overwhelming. And then also visually, what I'm seeing from the music video, the storyline. I mean, this is so beautifully written. The lyrics are impactful. This is just something else. All right, let's keep it going. More intense. Go Dimash! Oh, that's a high mix. Oh, come on. Dude. Oh, you suck. Isn't that his child? Just... Man. It's like in the movie when your hero dies. It's like... Anyway, his vocal technique just it changed again. He went up a few gears, but now he was a lot more intense and mixed voice. Like let's talk about this a little bit more, and let's do some lyrical analysis. Okay, so his vocal has gotten far more intense. He's increasing the power in his voice. And he's done that slowly throughout the song. I mentioned before how he's a master architect of his vocal. And he's built excitement and emotion without straining his voice at all. It's a smart way to keep control and maintain quality throughout the performance. And Dimash is excellent at this. Also, he has been executing seriously high mixes without much strain. So he's singing really high notes smoothly without pushing that hard. This shows how skilled he is, number one. And he's also blending that mix quite beautifully. It's almost quite an even distribution, and you can hear that based on how well supported he is. And let's talk about the lyrics. Now that's that's interesting because that sets the tone with the stark declaration that the current moment is humanity's final opportunity to effect change, pretty much. The imagery of being led by pipers to slaughter suggests a narrative of blind following and potential destruction orchestrated by misguided or malevolent leadership. So those words to me are talking about the precipice, the bluff. It indicates that the situation is dire, but there's still a chance for people to turn it around if they are awakened to the gravity of the moment. So it's emphasizing the urgency of action, suggesting that there's no time to waste in addressing these imminent threats. So this metaphorical language paints a picture of impending darkness and an increasing sense of entrapment or impending doom. It evokes a feeling of urgency, impending catastrophe if action is not taken swiftly. So these lines highlight a shift in a perspective, suggesting that if current leadership fails to address the pressing issues, it's up to individuals to take matters into their own hands. The decision to stop the trailing, as he sung, indicates a departure from previous paths that have led to destruction, and instead a conscious choice to turn towards a better direction. It reflects a call for grassroots activism and collective empowerment to effect change. At least that's how I'm interpreting it. I think he's pulled out pretty much every vocal technique I've heard him use from all different types of songs. I've heard elements of everything from here. I've heard stuff from Stranger, Ikanaide, Sinful Passion, a lot. I mean, the soprano, everything. So it's really so impressive that he did all of this in one song. I would like to see him perform this live. I have been told that he did perform it live, and maybe I'll do just another reaction to that because I'm interested to see if there are any changes because of the length of this. It would be difficult to keep it up for 13 minutes and 40 seconds. So yeah, if that's something you'd like to see, let me know in the comment section below. Yeah, but let's keep it going. Beautiful cinematography, my word. Really good. No, dude. Oh my gosh. Are you for real? Since when? Okay. I am so overwhelmed. False chord screaming. That's something that I don't think I've heard him do that. Wait, there was a small bit of it. So if you guys remember, I'm so overwhelmed right now. If you guys remember the Queen medley, there was a small element of false chord screaming that he did engage. Let me talk about that technique for a little bit and then the lyrical analysis. It's such a powerful moment in the song. Okay, so a false chord scream is a vocal technique where the singer uses the false vocal cords, also known as the vestibular folds, to create a harsh and intense vocal sound. Unlike traditional singing, which relies on the vibration of the true vocal cords, the false cords screaming involves the controlled manipulation of the vestibular folds to produce a distorted, gravelly, rough, or growling sound. So this technique is commonly used in various styles of rock, metal, and other aggressive genres of music to add intensity and texture to vocal performances. I mean, it requires a lot of careful training because you can get injured if you use this wrongly, but obviously it sounds healthy for him. And the fact that he's made the decision to use this technique for this lyric, "We're Choosing Life," I mean, it shows where the heart of the song is. In the midst of all of this, we're choosing life. It's life-affirming values and actions that he is choosing. It's affirmation of values. It's the fact that each repetition serves as a reaffirmation of the value placed on life and the commitment to prioritizing it above all else. It's that conviction and determination in choosing a path that preserves and nurtures life in all its forms. So there's a unity, there's a solidarity to that. It's the collective nature of the repetition of this phrase, "We're choosing life," and I think he does it 6 or 7 times. And it's something worthy of aspiring to as the collective, that we choose life. It's a major commitment. And on this, he uses this vocal technique to show that it's intense, that it's something that you need to hear. Because this part right here, it immediately grabbed my attention. I mean, I was overwhelmed with everything that I'd been watching for the previous 11 odd minutes. And then he just comes in with this. "We're choosing life." Wow. Let's keep it going. Unbelievable. Really unbelievable. Memories. So that was him, his wife, when they were kids. And then this is his friend, whom he killed. And that's his child. Is this the child that has grown up? Looks exactly like him. No. Dialogue, understanding, and the widespread promotion of a culture of tolerance, acceptance of others, and of living together peacefully will contribute significantly to reducing many economic, social, political, and environmental problems that weigh so heavily on a large part of humanity. Rather powerful, that. That's outstanding. I don't really know what to say. Firstly, this is probably one of the most important messages on the internet that's been produced by a musician. It's unbelievable. Oh, right. I wanted to talk about the story through the music video. So I think of it in 5 parts. Okay, so the 5 parts that I've considered here. It starts off in childhood, where the main character and his friends share stories of eternal friendship, but there's a competition over the girl, I think. One friend, being Dimash, saves the protagonist from drowning, setting the stage for their bond. And then there's some sort of psychological breakdown. One friend transitions from childhood problems into the adult world of totalitarianism and struggle, becoming the antagonist who promotes war as the path to peace and unity. And speaking of which, that leads me to my 3rd point, which is war and tragedy, where the protagonist fights to save his family but discovers their debts. He seeks revenge against the antagonist. And then 4th, a hope for peace, where the protagonist's wife survives, destined to give birth to a special child who may symbolize hope and faith, and where people of diverse backgrounds unite for peace, paralleled by that sort of pilgrimage where they're seeking enlightenment. And then finally, the message of peace, where the clip conveys that message of unity and peace, highlighting the destructive nature of war and the importance of coming together across differences to preserve life, love, and friendship for future generations. So that's my understanding of, or rather what I got from watching that music video. That's powerful stuff, man. That it's a message that goes beyond the music, but wouldn't exist if it had not been for the music. So powerful use of Dimash's platform to spread peace, love, and a message of unity. Outstanding. Truly, truly outstanding. Thank you so much for tuning into this incredible performance and unbelievable music video by Dimash Kudaibergen. It's something so special. If you enjoyed my reaction and analysis to the story of One Sky, don't forget to show some love by hitting that like button, subscribing to the WordSmith YouTube channel for more amazing content, and sharing this video with fellow music enthusiasts and just people in general who desperately need to hear this message. Your support means the world to me, and I'd also love to hear your thoughts, so drop those in the comment section below. Let me know what you thought of this analysis, this video, everything here. It's just so outstanding. And also, consider becoming a patron. Check out the link in the description below. Your support keeps the music playing, and we appreciate every single one of you. Thanks again so much for your time, folks. And until next time, be kind, be gentle, be loving to one another, and help each other out when you can. And I'll see you guys in the next video. Take care, everyone. Cheers.